Alright folks, Handyman Keith here. I want to tell you about the fasteners you'll need to put down Trex decking. I use this Trex Hideaway Fasteners, invisible fastener. Probably put down 1,000 of these. Overall, works great. The only issue you got to watch out for is getting the grooves. And I've got another video that talks about how to make sure these grooves stay straight as you're going down. It's a good fastener. I read some places where folks had trouble with them, and they were stripping out. And as long as you're putting pressure on that impact driver to push them down, you won't have any trouble with that. I put down probably 1,000 of them. I may have had one or two that ended up stripping on me. So it's a good fastener. Just got to put some pressure on it. I was wondering when I was looking at them to see if they're stainless steel or not, and just putting the magnet on it had just the slightest bit of magnetism, which some stainlesses do. So I'm thinking that's either stainless or just about all stainless, and not expecting it to rust. The head is painted, a powder coating of some sort it looks like, so that hopefully will be there for a very long time. Now on the edges, you can't use the hidden fasteners. You got to use something else. I ended up using the trapeze fastener on the edge there, which we'll talk about here in a second. Followed by the hidden fastener, and then I've got another board running here, which I ended up using a camo on the end there, right there, going into it. So the camo fastener is right here. Again, this will go in at a 45. You don't need a tool, but you got to be careful because it will go right through if you let it. So just be careful of that. Not a great deal of bite, but enough bite there to do the job. You might think, well, why don't you just put another hidden fastener right here and be done with it? Well, the Trex Composite is going to need to expand. I say this one here is going to need to expand and contract, so the hidden fastener there, that's probably going to prevent that. And you're supposed to keep a little bit of a gap there. I think it was 1/4 of an inch or so, and so the camo works good for that purpose. Now, looking at types of hidden fasteners, the face fasteners, there's this trapeze fastener, which I used, and then there's Deckmate, which I didn't use as many of these. And they look similar, but there are a couple of differences. The trapeze you can order in the shade to match your decking. So we use the Trex Beach Dune and ordered the trapeze fasteners with the exact same color. Both of them go in nicely. You can see one right there. It makes a very small hole. Looks good. But I will say that the Deckmate, it does tend to mushroom the material more so in the final outcome. And if you look at the two side by side, the Deckmate here has a little coarser threads, so it is able to give more bite going into the wood. So if your substructure is old or degraded, you might want to be using this one. My substructure is 20 years old. It was okay, but not great. I use a trapeze and still didn't have any trouble with it. And with the trapeze, you get less mushrooming of the material surrounding the deck. So I thought that was good, and I think if I had to do it all over again, I'd probably use exclusively trapeze. Although the Deckmate does have some advantages with the grip that it provides. Now, the last fastener that I had purchased was these starter kits, starter rows, which use against the house. But I ended up not using that. Of course, when you build a deck, you start out from the outside and then work your way towards the house, and inevitably you end up with a partial strip at the house. And I was able to just cut it, and I used the Trex hidden fastener only on that side. If I had to do something else, I'd probably face nail from the top with a trapeze going right through it. But my hope is that this the hideaway fastener will hold it tight enough such that I don't have to put any additional fasteners in. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. Alright, so that covers fasteners. Got some rails. I have a lot more to say on rails. I'll do that in another video.